Welcome to the Arlington Street Church podcast. Founded in 1729, Arlington Street continues today as a gathering place for progressive people of faith in the greater Boston area and beyond. We are located at the corner of Arlington and Boylston Streets, across from the Public Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Please visit ascboston.org for more information about this historic Unitarian Universalist congregation. Arlington Street Church, gathered in love and service for justice and peace.
I have a mini gallery wall in my teeny tiny little windowless hospital office. The frames feature black and white photographs and together create a family gallery of sorts. But none of the pictures feature my physical family or friends. Maria from The Sound of Music, Anne from Anne of Green Gables, and sisters Julianne, Monica Joan, Bernadette, and Evangelina from Call the Midwife are some of my featured character relatives. As I move through my work days, I'm amazed again and again at how many people my character relatives and I have in common. After a series of layoffs, tensions were high between clinical staff and executives. I was meeting with an executive in my office, having a hard conversation about staff needs and transparency. My tired and stressed colleague looked above my head and abruptly said, "Maria, why is Maria up there?" "I love Maria," I said. "She has been with me for a long time." My colleague, who had been so tense, softened. "My wife loves Maria. She is a great comfort to her." Me too, but comfort is an understatement. Maria von Trapp was a constant companion of mine in childhood and has stayed with me through adulthood. The hills are alive with the sound of music. These opening words, sung by Maria, immediately calm me. For those who don't know the story behind this musical, Maria is a young nun sent to serve as a governess for a military captain and his 7 children. Since his wife's death, Captain von Trapp has kept a strict house, seemingly free from emotion and love. The movie chronicles how Maria transforms this family as Hitler swarms in on their Austria. Maria is a model of love and a little mischief and a lot of nurturing. I related to the Von Trapp kids. My family didn't easily show emotion, and I didn't feel seen or understood. I shivered in the yelling that rang through my childhood. When Maria comforted these children, she comforted me. When Maria brightened their world with music and love, she brightened my world too. I sang her songs and I felt her kindness. As an adult, I still turn to this story for encouragement and comfort. I wondered what my colleague's wife saw in Maria. Why did she love her so much? Maria was much more to me than a character created for entertainment. She was a friend, a mother, and maybe my first minister. One of the hardest parts of my job as a hospital chaplain and minister is that when people hear my title, they can assume many things about my beliefs and where my love does and does not extend. Growing up silently queer in a conservative Polish Catholic community, I know all too well the ways that religion can be used to hurt people. Maybe you do too. I work hard to reach those who have been shut out by religion, especially those in my own community. A patient that I'll call Jed was one of these patients. Jed was in the hospital for many months, and we slowly got to know each other. "What do you think God says about gay people?" Jed asked me one day. I took a breath. Well, as a queer person, I believe that God loves gay people. I don't really imagine God as a sexual being, but if God had sexuality, I believe God herself is absolutely gay. But that is not what I was taught growing up. What do you believe? I asked Jed. Jed teared up and told me he worries that he is gay. He talked to me about being taught queer people were doomed to hell, that they could never be happy, that they were unnatural. I asked Jed if he knew any queer people, and he did not. I asked if he ever watched any movies where queer characters were accepted, loved, and normal. He had not. Meeting queer people felt too scary for Jed. Would you want to meet any fictional characters? I asked. Would that feel less scary? It would. It was the middle of the pandemic, and I brought Jed an iPad to watch Schitt's Creek, a comedy about a rich family that loses all of their money and has to start over. I think many of us were watching this in the pandemic. The show features David and Patrick, a same-sex couple who introduced their sexuality without fanfare or distress and were lovingly accepted. A couple of weeks after prescribing Schitt's Creek to Jed, a nurse told me Jed had been playing the same song over and over. I smiled as I stepped into the room and heard an acoustic version of Simply the Best. This is the song that Patrick sang to David in a simple, beautiful expression of love. This moment showed the couple as happy, accepted, and completely normal. I can't believe how beautiful their story is, Jed said to me. Jed wasn't the only one deeply touched by these characters. This is the letter a group known as the Mama Bears sent to show creator and David actor Dan Levy and the cast and writers. Dear Mr. Dan Levy and cast, crew, and writers of Schitt's Creek, we belong to a large private Facebook group called Serendipity Doodah for Moms, home of the Mama Bears. The group was created for moms of LGBTQ plus kids who love and support their kids. We have more than 5,000 moms in the group, and many of us are working to make the world a kinder, safer, more loving place for LGBTQ people to live. More than 1,800 of us are signing this letter because we wanted to say thank you for the LGBTQ characters, relationships, and storylines that you have included in Schitt's Creek. Your commitment to represent love and tolerance in your show is so important to families like ours. Your willingness to explore, inform, and educate about LGBTQ people and their relationships in an entertaining but respectful and positive manner sets a tone that is often missing. You have created new ways for queer viewers to see themselves represented, and in its own way, that is just as important as the battles we are still fighting. Therefore, the work you have done on Schitt's Creek has encouraged us greatly and given us much hope. We believe that shows like Schitt's Creek will serve as a catalyst to help change the world into a kinder, safer, more loving place for all LGBTQ people to live. And because of that, we are forever grateful. Thank you for everything each of you brought to the project. You have made a lot of Mama Bears happy, and as a result, you have a whole bunch of forever fans. I don't know how I'm going to get through this alley. A partner's wife that I'll call Gretchen was at my door. Her wife that I'll call Elise was hospitalized on the ICU. I invited Gretchen in. We talked about her fears, and I asked what supports her. I'm really not religious, Gretchen said. That's okay. Is there anyone who comforts you or inspires or holds you in hard times? Gretchen was looking at my wall. The sisters do. I love them. I realized she was talking about the sisters in Call the Midwife, a show about the midwife Anglican nuns working in the poor East End of London during the 1950s and 60s. Gretchen and I spent a lot of time together while Elise was hospitalized. With each visit, I presented Gretchen with a homemade Call the Midwife prayer card to keep her company as she grappled with decision-making and grief. I watch Call the Midwife when I feel scared or lonely, and the sisters comfort me. If they were real, I would just join their church, Gretchen said. After an especially hard day, Gretchen told me she knew Elise wasn't going to survive. She told me she was scared to go home. She said she should watch the sisters. I wrote her this prayer. May Sister Evangelina's bravery roar around and within you. May Sister Monica Jones' mysticism connect you beyond what you see. May Sister Bernadette's faith reach your heart and give you hope. May Sister Julienne's unfaltering compassion hold you in all that you feel. May her gentleness and love embrace you and never let you go. Our fictional characters can become so much more than fiction. Our characters can provide company when you are lonely. Maybe you are lonely because you don't have people, which is a lot of people. Maybe you are lonely because you have people, but your people aren't available. Characters are always accessible. Maybe you are lonely because you tell your people what you are going through, but they don't understand. Maybe a character's storyline parallels your own. Maybe you are lonely because you have people, but you can't share what's on your heart. You need not worry about a character's response or judgment. Our characters can help us provide company and support to others. When we can't physically be with someone, we can send them a character. When we care but we can't understand, we can send a storyline that reflects what another is needing or experiencing. When we share a character we love, a character that has supported us, we send an extension of ourselves. Our characters might be fictional, but they are also real. Someone created their character. Their experiences, beliefs, fears, hopes are all part of the creating. The actor draws on their experiences to portray this creation, and there's so much that is real in the character. And our characters bring a crowd. Not only do the characters embody their creators and portrayers, they're also connected to all others who are comforted by and can relate to them. I'm connected to my executive and his wife through Maria. I'm connected to Jed and 1,800 mama bears and their kids through David and Patrick. I'm connected to Gretchen through the sisters. Connecting to a character connects you to so many. Is there a character who has comforted you, inspired you? Is there a character who could comfort or inspire someone in your life? When you're feeling lonely, remember the company of characters. Company might just transform into community. When someone is struggling, reach out your hand when you can, but also remember the world of company you have in the beautiful characters. Our world of support is even bigger than the physical beings that are in our lives. And with each character that comforts us, inspires us, with each character we relate to, there is an entire web of community. Those who created the character, portrayed the character, all those who influenced them, who connected with the character, all live in this community. Can we draw the circle wider than what we see or can physically touch? Imagine how much more we would have if we could draw the circle wide enough to encompass the characters we create and the support, accessibility, connections, hope, and company that they hold. May you have a beautiful, huge community of characters, and may you invite others into this community at every chance you get. Amen. And now for our benediction, I invite you to put your hands over your heart as we recognize the divinity in each of us. This is called for radical imagination. May you close your eyes and free fall as limits and boundaries disappear. May your falling become flying as imagination gives you wings. May your flying become soaring as imagining becomes dreaming, becomes creating. May you bask in a world that is as you want it to be. Everything is possible. May the view take your breath away and set your heart on fire. May you be ablaze with possibility and vitality when you must open your eyes to return to what is. May you always remember the world's waiting for you in your mind. May you return often, and may all you see there inspire what can be here. Let us keep this faith, beloveds, and pass it on. The service begins when the service ends. Bless your hearts. I love you. 2, 3, 4.
Please visit ascboston.org for more information about this historic Unitarian Universalist congregation. Arlington Street Church, gathered in love and service for justice and peace.